Hey babies, it's Auntie. Good morning. There's so much division that I was seeing. I was just scrolling, petting my cat, watching some silly ass documentary, and yeah, the division that's going on. I mean, we got women and men at odds in terms of the situation that's being discussed. Miss Lady, I told you I don't even want to add fuel to the fire. I really want to get to the point, but still, so y'all know what Auntie even talking about. Miss Lady, they got harmed by the building material because of a mentally ill person. So that's what Auntie here to talk about this morning. We just all the back and forth, all the back and forth. You know what is hard to do? I know that it's a risk when you do it. I'm gonna use an example. Me and my siblings grew up in a very volatile environment, and it affected us. It gave us trauma. So we are not close. And not just that, we need to be close because each and every one of us is suffering from some kind of trauma behind what we went through in that house. So it would take us to be empathetic and compassionate to one another for us to recognize, why am I being so mad about what this person did or what that person said or whatever? Why am I so mad? Because I've been traumatized just like they've been traumatized, so we ain't handling this good. That's what I want to talk to my babies about this morning. As a people, as ADOS people, we are very unique in our experience. And it has caused trauma to us because what no one is saying, but we all know is they don't never want to meet us on that bridge in Selma ever again. We was all together, moms, dads, kids, the pastor, uncle, auntie. We was a united front to where we drew attention for the whole country. They was looking like, wow, these fools are savages. They're getting their heads busted. And they like, no, we're standing up. You guys are wrong. Back. That was deep. And they decided to go ahead. It was a good idea to do the genocide on us in the 80s because how is a crack baby going to become the next Martin Luther King or the next Malcolm X, the next Stokely, the next Angela, the next Asada? There's no way. But we're resilient. That's why we're envied by so much of the world. If the posse clips was to come today, would nothing be left but ADOS people and cockroaches. I don't mean to sound like that because Africans are where we come from. But we have experienced something here in this country. They were humans being colonized. But the way it was arranged here, we weren't humans, remember? It takes 3 ninjas to be a black man, right? It's in the Constitution. Look it up. So with that in mind, our situation is unique. We've been encountering all this experimentation and programming to keep us from being that united front they had to confront that day. So with that in mind, you have to be aware that your counterparts, your family members, those persons closest to you, they're just as traumatized as you. So yeah, we're like, they should have did something, and the guys are like, well, y'all wouldn't do it. We ain't trying to get caught up. Yes, all that's true. But this also is true. The reason why it wasn't second nature is the programming. Any other group would not be having this discussion. It's just known. We are a people. Ain't nobody coming in here doing something to us like that, right? They trained us to flip that switch off. Because as spiritual as we just are that way. Why do you think there's such devout Baptists and spiritualists and why are we Catholics? Because we're a very spiritual people. We have it in us. We can put ourselves in somebody else's shoes. That's why we get appropriated by every culture, because we allow them in. We know how it feels to be excluded. So we let them in. Let's let each other in. Before you pop off, remember, they bashed up too.